So, have you ever been around someone who asks you personal questions that aren't really appropriate for the level of your relationship with them?
Yeah, every once in a while you end up talking to someone that just doesn't have that kind of like that savvy around intercultural relational connections. They just don't get it. And they don't have a filter for what they should ask and what they shouldn't. And also sometimes this could be cultural too, actually. Certain cultures will bring up certain topics. Have you ever seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
Oh, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Yeah, I love that movie.
I love the part where she starts talking about her twin that was in her neck.
Yes. Yes.
And the whole point, we actually watched that in my graduate program. My graduate program was about intercultural relations because it talked about how, in that culture, that family was Greek. And in that culture with that family, there was a lot more disclosure. We talked about when we were talking about disclosure across cultures, self-disclosure. And she had shared this story about her twin, being in her neck or something as like a tumor, and with this brand new person, with I guess the man that her niece was dating for the first time, and it was just their in-laws or something, and it was way too personal for this couple, this couple from New England or something. You know what I mean?
Right. I remember that. Oh, that was such a funny part. Yeah, and some people just feel comfortable just asking anything. We were talking kind of a little bit about this the other week when the episode about where we were talking about where I announced that I'm pregnant, and we talked about asking the name of the baby.
Yeah.
Right? And if people are comfortable asking that, or if some people might think that's inappropriate, or, like I said, I don't.
Yeah.
But, people often ask about things that may end up being a little bit too much to ask about, right? So job status or relationship status or money, all these topics that we've probably talked about before as being kind of taboo that you might not say, right, Lindsay?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So we need to know, we need to know what to say and what not to say, right? How to respond. What do you do?
Right. So, if you're not comfortable talking about something, what would you say to that person to, get them to realize that it's not okay, right?
Yeah.
This actually comes to us because we have a really good listener question about a very specific phrase, and I love this question. Could you read the question for us, Lindsay?
Okay, so this comes from Minaj, and he says, "Hi, All Ears English team. I hope you're doing well. I'm Minaj from India, and I have a question. Is the phrase mind your business or mind your own business very rude and impolite to say in English? If so, what else should we use instead?"
Okay. Wow. That is a good one because mind your business, or I guess, a lot of times I think we say mind your own business. So, right. Really good question. Lindsay, what do you think? Do you think that mind your own business is rude?
Yeah, it's totally rude. It's something that I feel like my niece would say, a 5-year-old would say to another kid, mind your own business.
Right.
It's definitely not something that an adult should say to an adult. And, it's rude. Yes.
Yeah. I wonder where our listener heard this phrase. Did somebody say it in real life? Or you have to let us know maybe on a TV show. But I think of it as being very childish. Also I think of when I was little, people used to say, mind your own beeswax. Did you ever hear that, Lindsay?
Yes.
Mind your own beeswax.
Absolutely. That is a really common phrase that kids say to each other. Right.
I wonder why beeswax, but I guess it kind of sounds like business in a way. So
yeah,
it's a cute way to say it, I guess. But no. So guys, I would say, really don't say these phrases. These are very childish and very rude, and I would stay far away from them. What do you think, Lindsay? Oh my
gosh. Yeah, there's so many better ways that we can respond. That would really put a complete halt on the connection. If you said that, especially to a native English speaker, that would be the end of that conversation. It's basically the equivalent of barking back or snapping back at someone.
Or slamming the door.
Or slamming the door in someone's face, right?
Yeah,
That's really what you're doing there. So definitely we want to avoid that. Good question, but